how is this getting this scholarship? How has it changed you? In terms of the way you look at the world, the way you look at the classes, your peers. You tell me a little bit about how this has changed.
Of course, I was happy, but more than that, it felt like it was a nudge in the right direction for me. I felt so motivated that I need to really do better in life, like work harder in whatever I was doing. I think in generic, I'm a hardworking person. I tried to give my best now, but it won't be 100%. It would be 150%, 200% to whatever I'm doing. And it just changed the way. I already respected this institute, but when you get something like this, I really hope I achieve so much in my life that I get an opportunity to come back as an alumni and talk to people about the opportunities this institute gave me. So I was pretty motivated. I think this was majorly this feeling. More than happiness, it's about getting a pat on the back about this recognition that you're the recipient of scholarship. So this is what I felt that day.
Simran? Or maybe, Urmi, over to you.
From the day when I received the scholarship, the news of scholarship, it's a little bit in the philosophical level. My dad has always, like till date, he tells me that though you have gotten the scholarship, don't think that it's free. In the future, I have to give it back to the society in any way, any form. So that's one thing that I really learned. And also like knowing that we are from the top like 0.5% of the students receiving this membership, it instilled in me the value of being grounded. This is what my father also taught me, that just be grounded, don't be in the seventh heaven that, oh, you have got the scholarship.
Great.
So
that's
my
great.
experience.
Adding like on similar grounds, I think even for me, getting the scholarship meant that it's an acknowledgement and it's a validation for all the hard work I've put into my career all these lives. And as human beings, I feel like when you get the validation of this level, I think it really acts as a catalyst for your motivation. It really drives you to do more. And the day I got this scholarship, I was extremely grateful. I still am, to you, to this institute, to everyone. And B, ever since then, I just knew, I decided that I want to give back so much to this institute because it has done this for me. In terms of maybe my placement or maybe helping my peers or just whatever I can. So ever since then, I'm just utilizing my time so productively and effectively because I want to really make you even more proud. Like this isn't the end of it.
Really nice, yeah.
If I'm being frank, I am somebody, okay, even if I achieve everything, I always think, I could have done a little better. It's this thing, it's not a very positive thing, but I become very critical about myself very easily. I think it has taken some pressure off of me, off of my shoulders, and I think I'm just approaching things with a very open mind. So now when I sit in class, I don't think I have to give the right answer. I think, I want to share my viewpoint.
Yes.
And I had no idea after my interview that, what is going to happen. But when I got it, I was grateful for this opportunity. I remember I thanked God, I thanked this, and for the first time in my life, I thanked myself. That, yes, thank you for being there with me and going through that.
Great. I have to say this. So your answers validates that we made the right choice.
Absolutely.
Right? Actually, I should have asked this question first, and maybe in the interview I asked you this question, but let me ask this again. So what made you choose this business school? There are others in the city, others in the country. Anything that stood out? Be frank again, right?
Yeah, if I'm being frank, so I had 3 offers back then. Somaiya was one of them. The other college was in Mumbai itself, and the final offer was from Gurgaon. Very frankly, my first reason was to stay near my hometown, which is Nagpur. But then when it came to the other B school in Mumbai, I did my research and I found out a lot of people had this very peculiar thing to say about Somaiya. In spite of being in the heart of Mumbai, it has a huge campus, like a very huge campus, a very green campus. And because of that, it influences the culture of Somaiya a lot. And so people told me you'll really learn a lot from the culture that it has. The kind of campus it has. So I think those things really, really influenced me, and I was really excited and enthusiastic, keeping in mind those factors, and I feel like that is why I made the choice of
Absolutely. Okay.
Given a person, that I'm a very value-based person, okay? If something doesn't align with me, I don't go forward with it. Even if it's the best offer on the table, I won't. And I remember I was researching for, KJ Somaiya. I was like looking at things about us, and I was looking at all the different values. And we have this motto which says, Jnanadevatu Kaivalyam, which means knowledge alone liberates. And I said this in my interview. That one line was my decision.
Okay.
It was summed up so beautifully. It liberates you from everything that, has been stopping you from being, your best self. And I remember that was it. And I was like, I want to go to KJ Somaiya.
Okay. Yeah.
So we see that you are getting teary-eyed. Is it something that has evoked inside you after listening to us?
When I decided to take this job, one of the things that made me choose this job is because I read KJ Somaiya's biography, and I was really moved by the vision of this individual, and that's what made me. So what you told me kind of reminded me of that legacy where we come from and the opportunity to kind of live that legacy. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, why did you choose?
So I had influence points. So two, one, my brother-in-law, he's an alumni of KJ Somaiya 10 years ago. So when I got my CAT and XAT results, I knew that I wanted to be in KJ Somaiya. Upon doing the research on Quora and other platforms, also taking feedbacks from my brother-in-law, and also the place where I worked in, Fraternity, the HR, Ira Kaushik, is also an alumni of KJ Somaiya. So they influenced my decision, and the mission that is there, that KJ Somaiya provides a holistic improvement of looks into the holistic part of a student.
Yeah. Anything different, Saloni, from you?
So, sir, when it comes to my graduation, I was a part of KJ Somaiya Arts and Commerce. And those 3 years were very defining for me. They were very transformative. After that, also, I got a great opportunity to work with JP Morgan. So I always had this respect for Somaiya, that in future, if I get into this institute, it would be again very defining for me, and it turned out defining for me. I got the scholarship, I got placed into a great, I got placed into Goldman Sachs. There has been nothing else, and the fun fact is the kind of scores I got, I could have gotten into some other institute, but the only institute that I applied for was Somaiya.
Great. Okay.